My fellow travelers, I can finally die a happy death, knowing that Worlds Part 2 finally released. And it didn't just come out, it came out with a bang. No Man's Sky is about to change even more so than before. We have new ways to create our very own solar systems. There's new biomes, gas giants, water worlds, and so much more to exploration that we absolutely have to talk about that in this video. So without further ado, let's jump right in it. We're going to check out the trailer in just a little bit, but to give you a quick breakdown, we're going to get a bunch of really interesting stuff here. So this includes a new story to create a brand new star system, adding even more variety to the universe. We have engine enhancements, including new terrain generation, improved water rendering, and a total overhaul of lighting systems. Also, worlds are more varied than ever and are populated with a vast array of strange new creatures. And we have entirely new planet classes, including gas giants, water worlds, and ruined civilizations. We've seen, of course, a few of the data mines in some of the previous videos, but honestly, from the trailer, this looks amazing. We have a whole bunch of stuff here to check out. So Worlds Part 2, Update 5.5, transform the universe with new stars, new story, new planets, explore ancient ruins, gas giants, and water worlds, and discover strange creatures, varied biomes, and dramatic terrain. Featuring new gameplay, huge improvements, lighting, whatever. So basically, this is part of the update, as we've seen from the trailer just now. There's also a deep dive that we're going to check at the end of this live stream. But spectacular new landscapes, traverse wilder, stranger, more alien terrain than ever before. The algorithm of the universe has evolved to generate beautiful new mountains, deep valleys, sprawling plains, and untouched planets waiting to be discovered. And we can see some of these terrain changes right here. I'm not gonna lie, we had some of these in the past, but I guess the algorithm was changed, so now they appear a bit more often. However, some of these valleys right here look way more realistic than before. Maybe it's just me, but maybe it's the FOV that changes all of this perspective for me, but some of these definitely look a bit more realistic than before. Also, new class of stars. So this has manifested in the universe. Purple class solar systems feature countless new worlds ready for discovery. We've, of course, known of the purple star system classification from previous data mines. We've space and time for the autophage in an epic new story to reveal these mysterious hidden shards of reality. So we have a brand new Atlantid drive that will bring us to them. So this is, I guess, part of the trailer, that part of the trailer where we saw all of those crazy phenomena, like the much bigger tornadoes, I guess, but also maybe gas giants. Deep oceans is what I'm mostly looking forward to, because look how freaking deep this is. So they weren't kidding when they said kilometers deep. You literally can go way deeper than you have ever been in No Man's Sky. So just replaying this video right here, absolutely crazy. And the water reflection, like the textures and lighting effects, look really cool. Plunge miles below the surface into incredibly deep oceans, far removed from the light of any sun, illuminated only by glow of the corals. These shadowy ocean floors harbor many otherworldly landscapes and secret aquatic life forms. As we've seen in the trailer, there are quite a few of those, but it seems we get others as well. I'm not sure if we have any footage of it here. Yeah, there it is. Big octopi, some sort of Cthulhu-looking creatures. Inventory sorting. Oh, dude, finally. Organize your inventory with a single button press. Automatically sort your items, name, type, value, or color. Discrete stack of same items will also be consolidated. Yeah, resort inventory by value right here on the bottom left corner of the screen. This is like one of the highest quality of life changes they could have added, because you're basically filtering through thousands of items at this point. Gas giants, the new hype planet. The gas giants have formed across the galaxy, bringing their own unique environments and materials. These giant planets are characterized by immense atmospheric pressure, tremendous gravity, and volatile atmospheres, and each is orbited by a collection of moons. This means you're going to have a high chance of perishing on this planet, on this type of planet, if you don't have proper exosuit upgrades. That's my expectation going into it. looking at this must be a gas giant surface. Obviously, there's going to be a surface for us to discover. With all of those storms going on, there must be some gameplay already on YouTube, but lots of thunderstorms, lots of tornadoes, lots of craziness, basically. Like, these shots right here are just jaw-dropping. What is this? New narrative-driven mission, deepen the lore of the universe and expands upon the story of Atlas, Atlantid, and the robotic autophage lifeforms meet new friends and reconnect with old ones in an epic adventure to recover lost star systems. A galaxy machine, whatever this is, I want it. I don't care. Deepwater guardian, dredging the seas for fish will sometimes provoke a deepwater guardian to emerge from the depths and defend its waterly children. Travelers who defeat this vengeful creature will earn the unique Child of Aquarius title in commendation of their victory. I was hoping for some items as well, not just a title, like we had that in one of the previous updates, but I'm gonna take it. Looks like a new boss fight, and you always love new boss fights. Combat upgrades like that should definitely be the norm in future upgrades as well. Also, fishing milestones seem to be a thing right here, accompanied by some new helmets with some fish inside of bowl. So fishing milestones displayed evidence of your fishing achievements with a selection of new tank-themed helmets. These unusual appearances override will replace a traditional head with a special cranium/aquarium interchangeable and can be earned through reaching milestones and fishing. Probably I'm not going to win all of them because I really dread fishing in this game, but you know, if you are that type of player, more power to you. We also have denser jungles. I wasn't expecting changes to base planets. Delve into the thick vegetation and dense undergrowth of lush jungles. Every jungle is unique and can feature different colors and dominant species of trees. Some of these shots right here look quite a bit improved compared to what we have in game. I'm going to presume that not all similar planets like the lush planets will get this treatment. It's like specifically the jungle ones, which is good because I don't want my planet to be ruined. And from what I was able to tell a few minutes ago, it seems to be very similar to how it was before. New environmental hazards. So planets now feature local hazards in addition to survival challenges posed by the weathers. So we can see basically all of these eruptions of toxicity, I guess geysers, which looks really awesome. That's really well made. We've seen the explosion just before, but basically toxic spores, small scale radioactive fallout, volcanic eruptions, geothermal geysers, all of that part of the update. Dude, this is going to make exploration so freaking interesting. I've seen some glimpses of this. So there's a new custom play mode besides the normal and hardcore and whatnot. In this one, I think it's like the previous expedition. It's set so that the universe population is abandoned. Abandoned mode removes all alien life forms from the game, creating a lonelier and more challenging survival experience like the previous expedition, I'm gonna assume. So this is basically like No Man's Sky almost 1.0. Basically, that's it. Universe population standard, abandoned. You can, of course, choose all of that. We also get new creatures. So seahorses. I've seen a bit of this. They appear in the oceans. I guess it's one of the new creatures among the others we've seen as well. So they look kind of awesome, but also freaky at the same time. This is not the type of seahorse you might want to play with. Enhanced water, as if it needed any more enhancement. Surface of water is now much higher fidelity. Clouds, nebulae, other planets are now reflected, and terrain reflections have been improved with accurate lighting and fogging. Subsurface scattering has been enhanced, creating spectacular glows when the sun's light gazes the crest of a wave. The diversity of foam has also been increased, with some planets featuring glowing foam. That actually sounds interesting. So we can see the planet here being reflected in the water. So that smaller one also gets reflected as well. So that is actually some pretty impressive technology there, I'm not gonna lie. Ripple effects are also more realistic now, from what I'm able to tell. Like, your character literally makes ripples. New anomalous creatures are also a part of this update. Geometric life form can be found floating around some planet surfaces. Enter the abyss. Explorers who are brave enough to jump into the ultra deep waters found on some worlds will face a range of increased hazards as they plunge into the dark. Equip the new pressure membrane and go out on the hunt for rich mineral seams, exotic sea glass, and colossal creatures. Smoother modding experience. Okay, this sounds interesting. Player-created game modifications are now handled more robustly, greatly improving compatibility across game updates. Mod authors can now create their mods more precisely, reducing the frequency of conflicts and improving conflict handling. Mod users have more control over the behavior of their mods with the addition of mod settings file, which allows installed mods to be prioritized or disabled. I think that they've mentioned this in a previous update as well, so this is the second update, I guess, when modding support actually gets further improved. Frozen diversity, something you love to see. Explore dramatic new range of icy planets with increased diversity of flora, minerals, and other terrestrial curiosities on sub-zero worlds. They look about the same to me. Maybe some of these plants are new, I don't know. It's still a frozen planet. It's my least favorite type of planet for that matter, so maybe that's just me. Colossal Refiner, the sturdy Colossal Exocraft can now support a 3-slot mineral processing rig, allowing travelers to process complex recipes while driving across planets. So I guess kind of like having your processing unit on the jetpack. It's portable and you can just use it on that thing over there, which sounds pretty good. We've seen giant squids, and my god, this animation, dude. So giant squids, different shapes, colors, sizes, possibly not all friendly. I don't know. Relic Worlds, here it is. So remember that mod we covered a few months ago? So now it gets its own biome, basically. It's called Relic Worlds. So we explore the crumbling ruins of ancient civilizations, activate architectural blueprints, and harvest polished stone to learn the secrets of their construction. And of course, we've seen this from the trailer, but obviously these biomes can come in all sorts of ranges and colors. They can be on lush planets, they can be on frozen planets. Pretty much there can be quite a bit of mix and match between these, as we've also seen from that modding we've done those months back. Again, dynamic water simulation, we checked that before. Look at how insane this looks, dude. Like, if I didn't know any better, I would say this is from some kind of Pixar movie or some kind of high budget animation. Enriched Seas, biodiversity on the underwater biomes has been significantly increased. The seas have been enriched with a range of new planet species and mineral formations and bursts of life with bubbles, algae, bloom, bioluminescent organisms, strange floating flora, and much, much more. Some of which we can see right here. Like I said, once Light No Fire comes out, that's going to be even crazier. We have Titan Expedition, also known as Expedition 17 at this point. This is going to drop out, well, basically awake other travelers upon a mighty gas giant and embark upon a voyage to chart a dazzling array of new stars and new worlds, complete milestones to earn exclusive rewards, including the new Pillar of Titan staff and the imposing Wraith, a unique living starship. So earn the unique staff from the expedition. This is the one that we get, basically in the theme of the abandoned planets. I'm not gonna lie, this update is absolutely massive. So they haven't really teased it in here either. Maybe some changes to the lighting. You can see it right here, before and after. Another lighting overhaul, which you can see creates more shine on the grass. Gives it a bit of a more realistic touch. Maybe the distant terrain is not on my liking as much. I think that the older one looked a bit better on the distant terrain, but the close range grass looks better, and the shine effect on the water, on the planet in the background looks deep sea atmospherics. Basically beautiful underwater landscapes with unique ambience. Sound is muted in these abyssal depths. Light is scattered and the vision obscured by murk and particles. Find your way along the glowing corals, guided by the new crepuscular rays of light that penetrate the dark. There's some new fishing missions, as you're going to see. Also the new starship called Storage. Very interesting. Travelers with a capital ship can now make use of long-term storage for their starships, freeing up space to acquire ships. Up to 18 additional ships can be stored, each of which retain their technology loaded, ready for redeployment when needed. But yeah, you can now have this full screen right here and have a much easier selection of your active starships. You have all of them categorized. You can see their class at a glance, and you also see all of the stuff on the other side as well, like all your other ships too, that you can go ahead and scroll through. New varieties of toxic planets can be found across the universe. Their atmospheres are thick with spores from oversized polyps, which look pretty gnarly. I'm not gonna lie, they look freaking disgusting, but this is what's going to you know, keep you on your toes when you're going in. Poisonous planets are the bane of my existence, so this is gonna be lovely for me. Interior lighting overhaul, that one is also on the menu. Cozier interior atmosphere, like all the caves, bases, space stations should feel more cozy because of these new light effects. You can also see some of it right here. I think that it looks really awesome, not gonna lie. Water on the moons. Lakes, seas, and oceans can now sometimes be found on the moons that orbit larger planets. Kinda sucks for me, because whenever I wanted a full lush planet, I was actually looking for a lush moon, so I would avoid any water. But I guess that's no longer gonna be needed since water actually looks good. Faster loading screen, so cutting edge compression technology reduces the game file size by more than 10%, allowing for larger content updates without increasing download size or storage space consumption, and making all future patches smaller. Load times are up to like 4 times faster, and improved data caching reduces hitches during transitions, such as when flying from planetary atmosphere into space. Prawns, new type of creature. It's one of the many new types of creatures that was added with the new update besides the others. Bizarre life forms. So rare, whimsical, and mind-boggling strange new species of creatures can be discovered dancing across some worlds, such as this whirly, swirly, I don't know, ooze spewing thingy. But there's also like a spring creature. I don't even know how we're gonna sit on this, so I'm not even gonna try. Just gonna move on to the next one. Arid wastelands. Skim across the sands and admire the imposing rock formations of new and diverse desert environments, searching for dedicated desert blossoms hidden amongst the dunes. Holy smokes, dude, they revamped the whole game. They literally revamped every single biome with new biomes. So within the biomes that they added in Worlds Part 1, they added more to those biomes in Worlds Part 2. This is insane. Like, you have cherry blossoms, secret cherry blossoms in freaking desert biomes. That's crazy. Bioluminescent Strides, again, we've seen from the data mine. We can find these alien eye forms pulsate and glow as they traverse their homeworlds. Their beating hearts visible through translucent skin. We've seen a bit of this in the data mines before, so this is one of the creatures I immediately want to get in the new update. Hostile flora. We have even more hostile flora. The range of diversity of hostile planet life has been increased, with new species of hazardous flora taking root across the universe. Holy smokes. More marine life, even more so than before. Raindrops on water, we've already spotted that in the previous footage. You can see all of them nicely and steadily here with the frame drops that I have for some reason. And of course, a bunch of other quality of life changes that I'm not going to cover as of yet. We're gonna like do a separate video and more. Like, literally, look at this. I'm still scrolling after half an hour, for Christ's sake. And it's not stopping. There's more. How is there more? How long do I still have? Planets can now fall under the influence of strange weather anomalies, including dramatic electromagnetic events, enhanced storms and tornadoes, and even localized gravity inversion zones. Dude, this update is way too big, okay? It's freaking huge. I'm done with it, dude. I'm done covering it. Let's go in the freaking game.